Okay, dudes, what is up? And that's right, we're back here for another episode of Let's Talk Some WWE. Now, before we actually even get this on the road right here and start talking about this, the first thing I want to say is I'm sorry because last week I actually never put the episode up. But what I'm going to do, before we actually even get into this week and TLC what happened there, I'm actually going to talk and just quickly go over what happened last week in Raw, because to tell you the honest truth, it was kind of an epic episode. It really was. So we're going to go back there. We're going to talk about what happened at Raw last Monday. And then we're going to merge into what happened on Raw this week and the TLC highlights that we saw. Because I didn't actually get to see TLC, but obviously you've got to see little bits here and there on Raw so we can get to talk about it. But dude, it's epic. It was, oh my God, wrestling is epic now. Holy moly. I got into it in the right time. I'm telling you guys. All right, so last week, Raw kicked off with the League of Nations being in the ring, right? And they were in there talking trash like they always do. Well, not they really. More of Sheamus talking trash. More Sheamus was talking trash. And basically, what was happening is Sheamus was just saying that they're the best of the best. They're four best wrestlers in the WWE. That's what he was basically saying. The four, Alberto Del Rio, Rusev, King Barrett, and Sheamus were the best of the best. And then, boom! The Wyatt family come out. Oh my God. The Wyatt family came out. It was kind of epic because they come out here and they start saying that they're not the best of the best and they're getting ready to fight. They're getting ready to fight now. Like, the Wyatt family come out backing it and they're like, what? You're not the best. There's four of us as well. We're the best. But he didn't say that. They just come out to fight. They didn't even say nothing about being the best. They're just like, you're in my house and we're gonna fight. And next thing you know, boom! The Dudley Boys music hits. The Dudley Boys, Tommy Dreamer, they all come out. Next minute, you know, Bubba Ray starts talking trash. And the next minute after they're all talking trash, boom! Rhino's here. Rhino has just come back to WWE. What the heck? Next minute, so now you got the Bubba, you got the Dudley Boys, you got Devon and Bubba, you got Tommy Dreamer, and now you got Rhino. It's a 4-man up. It's awesome. And then it's getting crazy. So obviously now there's 4 of them, which is absolutely awesome. And then they're getting ready to go down. Now, obviously 4 men there. They're all ready to go down. They're ready to fight the League of Nations. They're ready to fight the Wyatt family. Next minute, boom! Roman Reigns music, come on! Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and the Usos. They're getting in on the action too. Of course they're going to get in on the action. It's too awesome. Next minute, you know, boom, 16-man tag match, elimination. It is on. It was on. It was such an epic match. It was basically whoever gets pinned, that family goes, well, not family, but that team goes out. So basically, Tommy Dreamer, boom, DDT'd Eric from the Wyatt family, boom, the Wyatt family got kicked out first. Very surprised. I was actually very surprised. I wasn't surprised that Tommy Dreamer got the Wyatt family out, but I was surprised that the Wyatt family went out first. So boom, the Wyatt family went out first, which is crazy insane. Next minute, like everybody just runs into the ring and they're all fighting it out. It was literally insane. And then after that, Bubba Ray slams Sheamus down, and then boom, 3D to Rusev, 3D, the Dudley Boys hit the 3D. It was crazy. After they hit the 3D, next minute, Sheamus just bro kicks Bubba Ray, boom, kicks his head off, as he says, as Sheamus always says, kicks his head off, boom, pinned him out. That's it. Dudley Boys and all that are out of here. Next minute, you know, Alberto and Roman get in. Alberto gets Roman in an armbar, which was insane. Obviously, I'm leaving little bits out. I'm not walking you through the entire match. But basically what happened, they start fighting it out. You see the League of Nations, and then Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, Usos, they're just fighting it out. But what happened was that Alberto Del Rio gets Roman Reigns in an armbar, and then I'm just thinking, no, Roman Reigns cannot tap out. He cannot tap out what's going on. And I think it was Jimmy from the Usos gets on the top ropes, Boom! Jumps on, lands on Alberto Del Rio. Boom! Gets it out of there. So awesome. Next minute, Sheamus goes to bro kick Roman Reigns. But before he does that, he actually taunts Roman Reigns with the Superman punch. He goes to bro kick him. Boom! Spear! Roman Reigns just spears him, takes him clean out. And there you go. Roman pins Sheamus. They won the 16-man tag elimination. It was... Dude, it was epic. It was so epic. Like that was last week's Raw. That was last week's Raw. And that was like the first match. That was the first match. Normally, that's how Raw ends. That's how Raw began last week. You know what I noticed? Since the Dudley Boys have been back in this, you know, it's getting epic. It is getting totally, insanely epic. Like, it's getting too awesome. Obviously, after that, other things came in. Now, when we say let's talk about WWE, I don't literally go through every little detail, but I just pick out the parts that I think are worth talking about. Like, you know what I've liked lately? You know, Stardust Stardust is actually a little bit cuckoo. He's cool though. I like him. I like how he talks and he's sick. So he's in his back room talking baloney like he does. And next minute Titus comes out. I think that's the second time actually Titus has come out and start talking to Stardust while he's in the room. They're awesome. I just had to mention that bit in because I really like Stardust. And the next match I actually want to talk about was when Dolph Ziggler versus Kevin Owens. And then before the match started, you had Tyler Breeze and Summers. I think it's Summers that he's with in it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it is Summers that he's with. And they actually come down as well, and they sit in ringside. They're sitting ringside in these chairs with food. But it's below the baloney anyway. So the match starts with Ziggler and Owens, and then you see the camera switch to outside where Dean Ambrose is watching the match on a TV with the popcorn and he's drinking Coke. Next minute, the match is just going on. And then Kevin Owens wins the match when he power bombs Dolph Ziggler. Boom, 1, 2, 3. Normally, you know, when you win a match, your music comes on. No, don't get it wrong. Boom, Kevin Owens wins. 1, 2, 3. As soon as Kevin Owens gets the 1, 2, 3, Dean Ambrose music comes on. It's like, what the heck? No way. Kevin Owens started to go a bit mad. He's like, where's my music? Where's my music? Next minute, Dean Ambrose coming down to the ring. He walks into the ring and then he's just there. Kevin Owens is going mad at him. He's there just eating his popcorn. Then he just throws the popcorn in his face. Woof! Kevin Owens like, what the heck? And then boom, Coke straight in his face as well. That was epic. I did like that bit. That was actually kind of epic. I did like that. That was funny to watch. Threw the Coke straight into his face. It was actually really cool. So that was that part. That was actually pretty awesome. I did enjoy watching that bit as well. The next bit I want to talk about was, you know what? Do you know what I noticed actually? The Divas are starting to get cool because then on last week you see Team Bad, even though I don't really like Team Bad. Unity. I don't like them. I honestly, Unity. I don't like them at all. That's what I hate when they say it. The cringe. I don't like it. They first Team Bella. I don't even remember. I think Team Bella won. I'm not even too sure who won that match. But anyway, no, actually, I think Team Bad might have won it. Either way, it doesn't matter who won it. What happened was when they won it, you hear the New Day come out. And then, you know, the Team Bad, they actually started getting scared for some reason. I'm thinking, how come they're getting scared of these, the New Day? I didn't think New Day was going to come down there and start laying the smackdown on the chicks. But they didn't anyway. The New Day came down. And next minute, they gave the horns. You know the horns that they wear? They gave the horns to the chick and all that crap like that. And then they were just talking trash and all that stuff. Next minute, you just see the New Day. They're there talking trash like they always do. That dude's always talking trash. Then the Lucha Dragons come down for the tag match. The Usos are sitting ringside. And they're having their match. So you got the New Day versus the Lucha Dragons. They're having their match, and then you see that dude that plays the trombone or whatever it is. He's just doing the trombone. Next minute, like they're wrestling. You got the Usos sitting ringside there. And then the dude with the trombone goes over to the Usos and starts going into the Usos' face. And the Usos are just watching him. Next minute, I don't know which one is which. You know, Jimmy and Jay, I don't know which one is which. They look the same. Damn, they're twins. Next minute, boom, they grab the trombone out of it. Boom, they start smacking him up. Boom, 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 boom. They start laying the smackdown on him. Then you see Kofi gets distracted. Boom, the Lucha Dragons pin him up, roll him up, take the win. And then you see Jimmy and Jay one of them take the trombone, one of them take the hat with the what is it called, unicorn horn. And then they just start taking the mickey out of them. Basically, it was actually kind of cool. I like that bit. I did like that bit. But the next part as well. Miz TV. You remember this is last week's Raw. I want you guys to remember why we're talking about it. It's last week's Raw. Okay, it's last week's Raw. We're gonna get onto this week's Raw after. So just in case you're like, okay, wait a minute, Miz TV wasn't on this week. You're right. There was no Miz TV on the Raw, but just happened. But last week. So this is last week that I'm talking about. Just remember that, guys. All right. So on Miz TV, Charlotte and Ric Flair comes down to Miz TV, and then basically Miz TV is just questioning Charlotte about how she's been acting lately and stuff like that, trying to stir the pot and trying to see like how she's gonna react. And then he starts talking about how Paige was saying stuff about Ric Flair and everything, and Ric Flair's not having none of it. He's like, don't say nothing, and then Charlotte just ends up getting mad. Next minute, Charlotte the only thing underneath on the food chain of you is Paige. And she starts insulting Paige. She starts saying, yeah, if she was here, she was going to do this and she's going to do that. Next minute, Miz just goes, well, I'm happy you said that, because guess who's actually here? Boom! Paige's music just comes on. Next minute, she starts coming down to the ring. She's talking trash like she does on the microphone, coming down to the ring. And she's getting ready to fight. Charlotte looks, Charlotte's not a punk. Charlotte's not a punk as well. Charlotte's actually, she wants to fight too. But Ric Flair's not having none of it. He's telling his daughter, just go at the ring. We're champions. We're Flairs. We don't do this stuff. Next minute, she gets Charlotte out the ring. Paige turns Ric Flair around. Boom! Slaps Ric Flair straight in the face. Ric Flair just looks down at Charlotte. Get her! Next minute, Charlotte just runs into the ring. She actually gets a good couple hits on Paige, but then Paige gets out and then basically just runs off. I wouldn't say just so much runs off, but she gets out of the ring and then just walks off. So there wasn't really a fight there, even though Paige isn't a punk. She should have really took her out. She should have like had a fight with her, but she didn't. Before we actually move on to the next thing, do you know that little thing that comes on when now and again? I think it comes on like every time Raw's on, the Rose Bush. That dude, I don't know what that dude's name is, that talks on it, that presents the Rose Bush, that little mini show, but he basically insults some of the wrestlers, which is hilarious. Like, dudes, is absolutely hilarious. That Rosebush show, oh my God. I think last week he was talking about how Miz was trying to get a Neville on the show of Dumbo, and he puts Dumbo ears and a big thing on his face. Hilarious. And then he starts talking about Tommy Dreamer and how he looks like an Oompa Loompa with his hand and stuff. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Anyway, it comes to the end of Raw. Next minute, Roman Reigns is in the ring with tables, ladders, and chairs. Set up. There's a setup. You got tables, ladders, and chairs in the ring, outside the ring. It's just set up all over the place. And he starts calling out Sheamus. But the thing was, it was actually Sheamus earlier that day that actually called out Roman Reigns, telling him he was going to teach Roman Reigns a lesson. And then Roman Reigns comes out there and he says, like, basically, well, I'm here for my lesson. What you gonna do? And then he ends up calling out Sheamus. And then after a while, he starts insulting Sheamus and he finally comes out. Sheamus finally comes out. So then Roman is saying basically everything he can to get Sheamus in the ring with him, because he wants to lay the smackdown on Sheamus now. You know how Roman Reigns is. He's an angry dude. He's an angry dude. He wants his belt. He wants it. Sheamus 515. Awesome. He wants his belt. So he's trying to get Sheamus into the ring however he can. But then Sheamus is not having none of it. He's saying to Roman, I'm not going to run in the ring because there's a table in there. I'm not going to run in the ring because there's a chair in there. And slowly but surely, he gets Roman to throw everything out the ring. So the there's no table, there's no ladders, and there's no chairs in the ring. It is all outside the ring. Finally, when that happens, he goes to run in, but he didn't. And then he starts insulting him a little bit more. Sheamus finally runs in there. Finally, I was thinking, when are you going to run in there? Just go in there. What are you doing? They go in there and they just start beating the hell out of each other. It was actually kind of awesome. Next minute, they end up fighting. They're fighting outside the ring, putting each other, like hitting each other into the ladders. And they're throwing each other over the announcer's table. Do you know that announcer's table is actually a lot stronger than it used to be? Back in the day when I used to watch wrestling, that announcer's table actually used to be a lot more weaker than it is now. They made it a lot more stronger. Anyway, they start beating the heck out of each other. They take each other through the crowd. They start beating each other through the crowd all the way around. When they make themselves back into the ring, they start beating the hell out of each other with the chairs, everything. It gets epic. Next minute, they get right down near the ring. You see, what happened then? You see Roman Reigns. He basically Superman punches Sheamus. Kaboom! Then he basically, what happened then? He Superman punches Sheamus, and then somehow Sheamus goes to do something to him. No, Roman Reigns goes to do something to Sheamus, and then he pushes Roman Reigns over the announcer's table. And then you see Sheamus, he's standing in between the ring and the announcer's table, but then Roman Reigns is on the side where Michael Cole stands. Next minute, Roman Reigns jumps over the table to spear Sheamus, which is right next to the ring, but it has tables that were set up on the ring. Boom, through the table. So Roman Reigns literally just jumped over the announcer's table, speared Sheamus into the setup table there, which just ended it. That's how Raw ended last week. It was epic. It was epic, dudes. It was epic. So last week's Raw was awesome, and I want to apologize to you guys before we actually move on to this week's Raw now that I didn't get to say that. No, I've been holding that in all week, but I've been so busy, guys. But I had to quickly put that in. So let's move on now to this week's Raw. Just in case you guys are noticing, I'm actually reading a bit of paper, as you guys can see here. While I'm watching wrestling, I write everything down because it's hard to remember every single detail on what happens while you're watching it. I can't watch like 3 hours of Raw, come up here and then talk about it because I'll forget what happened at the beginning and stuff. So I actually write it down while I'm watching. So let's move on now. So obviously Raw starts up and it's showing you highlights of the TLC event. I'm so disappointed I didn't watch it. I really am so disappointed. So what you see is they don't really show like clips. They just show pictures, which is a little bit disappointing. You know, it's Raw. They should at least show little bits of it, what happens. They don't have to show the whole thing, but at least little bits. But you see, first of all, Sheamus, he actually picks up Roman, and he was standing, looked like he was standing on the ring, but he jumps off the ring in that move he does, you know, when he got him on the back, and he puts Roman Reigns through a table. Epic. That look, I so wish I watched that, dudes. Next minute, you know, the next part you see is them climbing. No. You see them get, they're back in the ring now, and then you see Roman Reigns. You know how Roman Reigns does that moves when he picks them up from the floor with his arm and then slams them down like a sort of like a power move, a power bomb sort of thing, but it's not a power bomb. Boom, onto the ladders. Just slam Sheamus straight onto the ladders. Kaboom! It was insane. Next minute you see Roman Reigns climbing the ladder. He's climbing the ladder to get up there. He's getting the belt. Sheamus ends up pulling him down. Next minute, Sheamus is walking up there, climbing up the ladders. Then Roman Reigns gets up. He's climbing up the other side of the ladders. Boom! While they were both on top of the ladders, Roman Reigns Superman punched Sheamus. Sheamus fell off through a table, and then you see Roman Reigns going up. He's going to grab the belt now. He's going to grab the belt. Roman Reigns is going to be the champion. No way. Alberto Del Rio runs down to the ring, pulls him off the ladder. And then you see Alberto Del Rio and Rusev just laying the smacker down on Roman Reigns. It's insane. Next minute, you just see Roman Reigns laying some Superman punches down on on both of them, Alberto Del Rio and Rusev just basically get Superman punched. And then, obviously, my man just gets up and turns around to the bro kick. Sheamus just kicks his head, cleans off, walks, basically climbs the ladder, and gets the belt. Sheamus is still WWE champion after TLC. I was like, oh, no way. I honestly thought that we was going to see a new champion. It was crazy insane. So after Sheamus has won now, boom, you see how Alberto Del Rio and Rusev, they pick up Sheamus now and they put him on his shoulders. So you see Sheamus, he's there celebrating on their shoulders. Yeah, Roman Reigns is mad now, dude. He runs into the ring, he spears all three of them. Boom, just spears him, lays the smackdown on him. Next minute, Roman Reigns he gets the crazy eyes. He gets these crazy eyes. I've never seen Roman Reigns get crazy eyes like this, but he gets the crazy eyes. Next minute, he just starts beating them all with chairs. Like, he's not having none of it. He's insane now that he got screwed over because he should have been the champion. But obviously where Alberto and Rusev came down, he didn't get the belt, which he should have. So he starts going literally insane. He just starts beating all three of them with the chair. He just starts laying the smackdown on them with the chair now. Next minute, Stephanie McMahon and Triple H come down to the ring. Triple H gets into the ring to try to stop Sheamus. To try to stop Roman Reigns from beating Sheamus anymore with the chair. It was totally insane. Next minute, you just see Roman Reigns out of nowhere. Boom! He Superman punches Triple H, knocks him out. Like, what are you doing? Then he just gets more. You just see his eyes. Roman Reigns was crazy. Roman Reigns was absolutely crazy. And then he just starts beating Triple H with the chair. Like, what are you doing, Roman Reigns? What are you doing? Don't beat him with the chair. That's your boss, dude. He's not having none of it. Next minute, you see he's got Triple H outside now. It looks like, from the pictures I saw, it looked like he's sort of like, I don't know if he slams him onto the announcer's table somehow, a power bomb or a slam or something like that, but he puts him onto the announcer table. Next minute, Roman Reigns gets on the other announcer table because there's two of them. He does a running, jumping elbow, boom, puts Triple H through the table. Triple H is ruined. Triple H is absolutely ruined, dude. Ruined. Like, I mean ruined. You just see Triple H all messed up. Roman Reigns walking out the ring. You see the ref and Stephanie, they're all helping Triple H up. Next minute, Roman Reigns turns around, runs back down here and gives Triple H one last spear to hell. He just spears him straight to hell. Boom! Takes him out. And then you just see Stephanie McMahon going crazy at Roman Reigns. She was just screaming the hell out of him. And then Roman Reigns finally walks off and leaves Triple H just looking like he's in some serious agony. So then that's what happened on TLC. Oh, dude, I so wish I saw it. Oh my God. But to tell you the honest truth, this Raw made up for me not watching TLC, because this Raw was actually epic. So this Raw starts off with Stephanie McMahon coming down to the ring. Sorry, dudes, I need to drink because my throat is getting so dry where I'm getting hype and just talking about it. So Stephanie McMahon comes down to the ring and she's talking trash about Roman Reigns. And to tell you the truth, it sounds like she's about to fire him. And then Roman Reigns, boom, music just comes on. He starts coming down to the ring. Next minute, Roman Reigns comes into the ring and they start talking trash with each other. She starts saying Roman's a disgrace. Roman starts saying she's a disgrace, her family's a disgrace. Starts basically just trash talking to each other. Next minute, she says, well, she doesn't say anything actually. Next minute, she just slaps the hell out of Roman Reigns. After Roman Reigns says that her whole family's a disgrace, Stephanie McMahon just slaps him. And to tell you the honest truth, guys, that ain't no fake slap. If you watch wrestling, you know, that was no fake slap. Stephanie McMahon slapped the sugar. I was about to swear. She slapped the jabroni out of him. She must have slapped him about 10 times. Even when the last time when he finally gets the hair out of his face, you see his eye all watering where she must have clocked him in the eye. She gave him a good like 10 slaps or so. And then she turns around and she says she's not going to fire him because basically Triple H said that she doesn't want her to fire Roman Reigns. But someone is coming to Raw. Oh, I'm burping because of the fizzy drink. But someone is coming to Raw tonight, and that man is Vincent Kennedy McMahon. That's right, Vincent McMahon is coming to Raw. Oh my God, we're gonna get into what happens later on as we go on. I'm gonna walk you in sections what happens. Another thing that happened on TLC the night before, Dean Ambrose walked out the champion. Dean Ambrose is the champion now, the Intercontinental Champion. Holy moly. The Dean Asylum has started, or the Ambrose Asylum, one or the other anyway. You know Dean Ambrose is crazy. That brings me on to the next match, actually. So the next match that was on was Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler. I like Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler, he's kind of awesome, especially he's got that little beef there with Tyler Breeze. Tyler Breeze he's a funny dude, you know, he's walking out with the selfie stick, but I like Dolph Ziggler. He's cool anyway. But then you see Dean Ambrose and Ziggler going at it. Next minute, obviously Dean Ambrose beat Kevin Owens for the Intercontinental title, right? So while Dean Ambrose and Ziggler are having their match, Kevin Owens, he's mad now. He's gone psycho, trust me. Kevin Owens has gone psycho. He just comes down to the ring and he just starts ruining both of them. He just beats the heck out of both of them. Then he power bombs. He does that move when he throws them to the ring, throws them up and then power bombs them down. He does it twice to Dean Ambrose. Next minute, Dolph Ziggler comes up. He tries beating him. No way. Kevin Owens ain't having none of it. Next minute, Kevin Owens starts laying the smackdown on Dolph Ziggler. He beats him basically. Then he picks him up and he literally power bombs Dolph Ziggler on to Dean Ambrose, which was laying down. Like literally, dude, you just see. It was epic. It was so epic. He just power bombed Dolph Ziggler straight onto Dean Ambrose. That must have hurt. It must have hurt. And I'm telling you, after obviously he walked out and stuff, he got interviewed. But I'm telling you, Kevin Owens, he's gone cuckoo. He's gone cuckoo after that. There's no way. Another thing actually happened as well. The New Day are still tag team champions. You saw a little bits of their match. It looked kind of epic. You didn't really see a lot of it. But I don't know. To tell you the honest truth, I don't really. I don't like the Lucha Dragons. I don't really like them because the reason why I don't like the Lucha Dragons too tough is because they make the matches sometimes look fake. Because sometimes when they do, like on last week's Raw, one of the Lucha Dragons, I don't know what their names are, but one of them actually went to Hurricane Runner Kofi, but where he lost his grip on his neck, Kofi Kingston just basically done a front flip on the floor, and he was like, well, that looked bloody fake. What the hell was that? So I'm not really I don't really like the style of how the Lucha Dragons go. I'm not really too keen on them. But the New Day are still champions anyway. Next minute, you see R-Truth. All right. I didn't even know R-Truth was a wrestler anymore. You know, I thought, you know, the last time I saw R-Truth, he was talking to little Jimmy. But he's back to normal now. He comes down. What's up? What's up? He's getting all hyped. He's facing some nobody. I don't even know who this dude was. He comes into the ring. I've not even heard of this wrestler he was facing. Anyway, they're going at it. But we're not even really talking about this match here because not even halfway through the match, about 6 minutes into their match, even if that, maybe even 3 minutes into their match, you see Vince McMahon's music come on. Boom! No chance! Da-na-na-na-na. No chance in hell! You got no chance! Da-na-na. And then you just see, let me put a bit of paper down. You just see Vince McMahon coming down. You know that walk he does. Epic, epic walk. Next minute he comes down in the ring and he just tells them both to get the hell out of my ring. Next minute, R-Truth and that dude he was facing, they just walk out. And then Vince McMahon is basically calling out Roman Reigns. He's like, get your ass out here. He basically tells Roman Reigns to get out here. Roman Reigns, I think he comes out straight away, starts trash talking, telling Roman to say sorry and all that stuff. And then basically what happened was after he tells Roman Reigns to say sorry, Roman Reigns is like, I'm not saying sorry. He just starts shaking his head like, nah. And then Vince McMahon said, there was a time when I would make you say sorry. And then you just see Roman Reigns, he's just laughing at him now. He's just like, yeah, really? And then Vince gets mad, you know, Vince McMahon, he takes his jacket off, he starts taking his tie off and everything. He's getting ready to think he's going to beat Roman Reigns up. It wouldn't happen. Next minute, you know, before Vince McMahon could do anything, like he could do anything, Sheamus music come on. Sheamus comes down there and basically just says to Vince McMahon, nobody should talk to you like that. Let me beat the hell out of him. So Sheamus basically wants the main event now with Roman Reigns to beat the hell out of him and show him some respect and make him say sorry, basically. And Sheamus was so confident that he can beat Roman Reigns. He even said to Roman Reigns, I will put the title on the line tonight in the main event. And then Roman Reigns like, yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. And then Vince McMahon's like, you guys want to see that? Talking to the crowd. Everyone's like, yeah, yeah. And then Vince McMahon's like, hell no, that's not happening. But then somehow, you know, you see Roman Reigns start insulting Vince McMahon. He's not having none of it. So he's really getting into Vince McMahon's face and insulting him. And then Vince McMahon's like, you want your shot? You got your shot. But if you lose and you don't win the title, you're fired. I love it when Vince McMahon says that. You're fired. Awesome. So you finally get to hear Vince McMahon actually say that, which was awesome. But before actually he walks out the ring, he literally kicks Roman Reigns straight in his nuts. Boom. Hashtag nut shot to Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns just falls on his knees. There was no coming back from that. He's just on his knees, walks out. But he's in the main event tonight. You know, he took a slap from Stephanie, 10 slaps from Stephanie. He took a nut shot from Vince McMahon, but he got his title shot tonight on Raw. He did get his title shot tonight on Raw. After that, before we actually move on, Charlotte, obviously, she won a match against Paige on TLC, but with the help of Ric Flair. Paige was about to win, and then Ric Flair actually puts Charlotte's leg onto the rope, so it didn't count. Next minute, Charlotte beats Paige, so Charlotte's still the Divas champion. This is the match I wanted to. This is the match, dude. This is the match. So you got a 4-man tag team match. Is an Extreme Rules match? Extreme Rules match. Extreme Rules match. Extremes Rule match. Holy moly. The Dudley Boys, Rhino, Tommy Dreamer versus the Wyatt family. Now, dudes, before we even say, I didn't even write down what happened. I just remember glimpses, because if I had written down what happened, I would have filled up this whole A4 book. Like, literally, the match was so epic. It took me back to the days when I was a kid and how epic wrestling used to be. Let me tell you something before we actually get onto that. When I used to watch wrestling, it was about the Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, the Dudley Boys. They used to go at it on tag teams. You know, they were the tag teams right there to watch. And when they had matches, it was epic. It was so epic. Back in the day, wrestling used to be 10 times better than what it is now. I'll be honest with you guys. Wrestling's good now, don't get me wrong. But wrestling back in the days, like 1997, 1999 days, they were the ones. I'm telling you guys, when I was a teenager, it was like, boom. They were the days to watch wrestling. They were excellent. But this match with the Dudleys and the Wyatts, it was a match back in the 90s. It went on Raw. They were beating each other with kendo sticks. They were beating each other with the bins. Do you know what's that guy's name? Out of the Wyatt family, not the big dude, not the ginger dude, the other one, the one that wears the white vest. I forgot his name. It'll come to me. He gets put through a table like 3 times. It was insane, dudes. It was insane. First of all, Tommy Dreamer, but this is what happened. He gets Tommy Dreamer at the top of the stage. He's going to powerbomb Tommy Dreamer from the top of the stage, from the entrance, down onto the floor where 2 tables are set up. No, Tommy Dreamer's not having none of that. Tommy Dreamer gets him into a move like, I don't even know what to call that move, whatever he does. it looks like John Cena's move. Next minute, boom, he jumps off the top of the stage of the entrance bit. Boom, puts Harper. His name's Harper. The Wyatt guy family's name is Harper. Lee Harper or something Harper. And Tommy Dreamer puts Harper through the tables. Boom, smashes him through the table. Epic. Next minute, you see at the other end, you see Bray Wyatt and Bubba, they're just going at it. Next minute, that big dude come. They call him the Black Sheep or whatever. He starts beating up Bubba. Next minute, Tommy Dreamer somehow gets up from the epicness what he just done to Harper. Runs down. He starts beating the big dude from the Wyatt family with the kendo stick. Doof, 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 doof. Next minute, he picks Tommy Dreamer up. He runs like a steam train and puts him through the wall. You know the little barricade that separates the ring from the crowd? He puts Tommy Dreamer clean through that. It looks like he completely snapped his back up. Like, I'm being serious. It looks like he completely snapped his back up to hell. I was like, oh my God. Next minute, they get back into the ring. Harper's in the ring again. Next minute, you know, the Dudley boys are in there. You got Devon, Bubba. They're in the ring with Harper now. Table is set up. It looked like Harper was going to try and powerbomb Devon through the table. Somehow got out of it. Next minute, threw him to the ropes. Picked him up. 3D through the table. The Dudley boys just 3D'd Harper through the table. Oh my God. It was intense. It was intense. It was intense. Next minute, they all roll out the ring. Rhino's in the ring. He must have beat the hell out of the big dude or whatever. Rhino's in the ring. Then you had Eric, the ginger guy from the Wyatts. He's in the ring. They start beating the heck out of each other. He basically beats Rhino up, puts him on a table, and then the ginger dude, Eric, from the Wyatt family, gets on the top rope. He gets on the top rope, and he jumps off the top rope while Rhino's on the table, and he frog splashes Rhino through the table. The dude's like 7 foot tall, 400 pounds. That's going to snap someone up no matter how big you are. What the heck? Next minute, he pins Rhino. 1, 2, 3. Finished. There you go. The Wyatt family wins that one. That was actually one of the most epic matches I've seen on wrestling for probably about 10 years. For about 10 years. I remember when I used to love watching Jeff Hardy Swanton bomb off like 40 feet in the air. They were the days. Oh my God, I miss them days. They need to bring the Hardy boys back again. They need to bring him back again. It was insane. So after that, the New Day, the New Day come out. So obviously, you know, I thought people hated the New Day, but when they came out, people were singing the song, you know. I forgot how this song goes now, right now. I forgot how it goes. It's just, I'm trying to think about so many things right now. But they're coming down to the ring and they want to celebrate, but they're wounded, obviously. From the TLC match, they're wounded because they had a triple threat tag team tables and ladders and chair match, whatever you want to call it, with the Usos and the Lucha Dragons. They smashed each other up, basically. But they said before they celebrate, they just wanted to basically tell the Usos and the Lucha Dragons that they respected them. You know, after what they'd done in the TLC match, they wanted to shake their hands. They wanted to say they're cool guys and basically squash the beef that they got. And you know what? I thought that was from the New Day. You know, I thought that was actually kind of awesome. You know, I thought, wow, all right. I didn't expect the New Day to do that. You know, because they're normally rubbing it in anyway all the time. And, whoa, the fizz is getting to me. And then, yeah, so they just shake hands. The Lucha Dragons weren't really having it at first. And then, you know, they started speeching it. The New Day, they basically said sorry for what they'd done. And then the Usos and the Lucha Dragons and the New Day, they shake each other's hands. And they were all happy. And I was like, you know what? Good on them. Next minute, the Lucha Dragons and the Usos, they start walking back down the entrance going to go out. And then the New Day start their celebration like they can. You know, they kept their tag team titles. Of course, they can celebrate. What the heck? Next minute, they start celebrating. But before they celebrate, they even said that they were sincere in what they were saying to the Lucha Dragons and the Usos. But they started celebrating while they were still walking up the ramp to go out. At least wait for them to get out the back before you celebrate the New Day. Come on. Anyway, they started to celebrate. It was kind of funny how they celebrated. But they started to celebrate. The Usos and the Lucha Dragons just weren't having none of it. They end up running back down to the ring and just laying the smack down on the New Day. Like literally just laying the smack down on the New Day. Jimmy or Jay, I forget which one is which. I can't tell them apart. But one of the Usos got up and he done a frog splash onto Big E. But when he was jumping off, he done like the unicorn sound, like boop, and then jumped down. Awesome. Throw them out of the ring. They get out, and there you go. That was it. But that was kind of awesome. The next part is the part we all want to know now, guys. The main event, which was on Raw, the main event. Sheamus versus Roman Reigns for the WWE title. Oh my God, it was epic. So the match starts and you got Vince McMahon sitting ringside. Obviously, Vince McMahon is now on Sheamus' side. You know, Sheamus turned to the dark side because he's basically with Triple H. He's with the Authority now. So obviously, being with the Authority, you know, Sheamus is getting backed up by the most powerful people in WWE. The people that run it. So obviously the match starts right now. You've got Vince McMahon sitting ringside while Sheamus and Roman Reigns are going to go at it. The match starts and Roman Reigns just goes on like a madman straight away. The first like 2 or 3 minutes, he just goes on like a madman, clotheslining him, beating the heck out of Sheamus. But he underestimates Sheamus too much. That's the thing with Roman Reigns. He underestimates Sheamus just a little bit too much. Sheamus ain't a punk. Like, come on, dudes. Sheamus can broad kick people's heads clean off. Like, Sheamus is awesome. I remember when I used to watch wrestling about a year ago or something like that, maybe even a year and a half ago, and everyone used to like Sheamus. Sheamus was liked, and then when I come back to watch it again, they don't like him no more. It's insane. But anyway, he starts beating the Sheamus up, and then Sheamus basically just twists it back up, and he starts basically just beating the heck out of Roman Reigns. He even gets him outside of the ring, and he actually suplexes Roman Reigns onto the announcer table, knowing actually the announcer table didn't break. That's what I said. The announcer tables are so strong now. So Sheamus actually suplexed. Well, he does like a side front suplex somehow. It wasn't a backwards one. It was like he picked him up in the suplex and then he dropped him front ways onto the announcer table. But the table didn't break, which was actually crazy insane. Next minute, he gets him back into the ring. He just tries wearing him down. And then just going back and forth. You know, 1 minute Sheamus is beating the heck out of Roman Reigns. Next minute, Roman Reigns is beating the heck out of Sheamus. Is intense, you know. It's just getting crazy, like how they're just going back and forth, and you're just waiting for something to happen. Next minute, you just see Roman Reigns Superman punch Sheamus. Boom! He clocks him. He's like, oh my God, he's gonna win the belt. 1, 2. Vince McMahon pulled out the referee. Vince McMahon pulled the referee out of the ring when he was about to get the 3 count. Roman Reigns was about to win the WWE Championship, and then Vince McMahon pulled him out. Oh my God. I was like, what is going on here? No way. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then he pulls him out, and he's telling the ref, like, what are you doing? You better not be counting 3 on him. And then what happens here? And then Sheamus comes back to Vince. All right. So Sheamus comes back, starts beating up Roman Reigns, and then Vince McMahon lets the referee back into the ring. Obviously, once Sheamus is starting to win again, Sheamus does a move on him, like I don't know what it is, like some kind of powerbomb move. He picks him up like a chokeslam, but slams him. I don't even know what the move was. Anyway, slams him down. The referee, 1, 2. Oh my God, Roman Reigns kicks out. He did not get fired, because you got to remember, guys, if Roman Reigns loses this match, he's fired. He's fired. Awesome. I love how he says that. So yeah, he kicks out. Next minute, Vince McMahon's not happy with the ref. He gets up on the ring side, doesn't go into the ring, but he's on the side, and he's got the referee by the neck, but he's holding him so they're looking face to face, but he's holding the ref there. Next minute, Sheamus rolls Roman Reigns out of the ring, and everyone's thinking, why is he rolling Roman Reigns out of the ring? Next minute, Alberto Del Rio and Rusev come down, but before Alberto Del Rio could do anything to Roman Reigns gets back up somehow. Where does he get all the energy from? Where does Roman Reigns get all this energy from? Then he lays a Superman punch on Alberto Del Rio. Boom! Knocks him out. Next minute, he goes to do something to Rusev, but Rusev just lays a big boot to the head, like not even a front way. He does like a karate kick into his head. Rusev just takes off Roman Reigns' head. Next minute, he throws him back into the ring. And then this is when it gets epic, because Rusev throws Roman Reigns back in the ring so Sheamus can start working on him, right? Roman Reigns gets up. Superman punches Rusev. This is what I'm talking about. He's epic. Roman Reigns has so much energy, it's insane. He gets up after getting beat down. He Superman punches Rusev. Kaboom! Lays his ass down out of the ring. Next minute, Sheamus goes to bro kick him. He ducks underneath it, goes along the ropes. Boom! Superman punches Sheamus again. Next minute, Sheamus is just on the floor. And then obviously Roman Reigns is smart. He thought he can't pin him because Vince McMahon's got the referee over there. So no matter what, he couldn't pin Sheamus after that Superman punch. So Sheamus just looks at Vince, not having none of it. He just runs. Boom! He does the Superman punch to Vince McMahon, smacks him down. Vince McMahon's on the ring, edge of the ring, knocked out cold. Like that, I couldn't believe it. Roman Reigns is just like, yeah, turns around to the broad kick in the face. Sheamus just took his head clean off. Oh my God, is the same thing going to happen on TLC? Next minute, Sheamus, he just lays on top of him. The referee, 1, 2, no! Oh my God, Roman Reigns kicked out of the broad kick. What the heck is going on? No way! It was, dude. It was crazy intense. I couldn't believe that Roman Reigns actually kicked out of that broad kick. I couldn't believe it. I didn't think he was actually going to kick out of the broad kick. Next minute, what happens here? Roman Reigns, I just turned the page. I'm trying to remember what happened. That's right. So after Roman Reigns kicked out of that bro kick, Sheamus is like, what the heck? What the heck? He even grabs the referee. Sheamus even grabs the referee. He's like, how can that not be a free count? What are you doing? How can it not be a free count? And you see this shock in Sheamus's face. He's like, that should have been a free count. Next minute, you see Sheamus. He just lines up another bro kick. You're like, oh my God, he's going to destroy Roman Reigns. At this time, I didn't even mention Roman Reigns bleeding from his head. Roman Reigns has got his gushing blood all down his face from where he's just been demolished by Sheamus anyway. Next minute, Sheamus is lining up another bro kick just to take him out, to make sure he gets that free count. He's lining it up. Roman Reigns gets up. Sheamus runs over to him, going to lay the bro kick down. Boom! Roman Reigns lays the spear down on Sheamus. Smack! Lays him out. Next minute, you see Roman Reigns pinning him. 1, 2, 3! Your new WWE champion, Roman Reigns! He's finally won the belt again, and this time he kept it longer than 5 minutes and 15 seconds. It was awesome. All of them are knocked out. Rusev, Alberto, Vince McMahon, Sheamus, they're all just knocked out in the ring. It's crazy. Even after he's celebrating, he goes over to Vince McMahon, starts talking trash to him while he's laid out on the table, and then kicks him out of the ring onto the floor. Next minute, you just see Roman Reigns with the hands up. Finally, his dream is true. He's longer. He's WWE champion longer than 5 minutes and 15 seconds. Hallelujah. But let's be truthful, guys. The next time we see Roman Reigns on the next Raw or SmackDown, I don't know what's going to be happening to him. I do not know what is going to be happening. All I know is that he's going to have to watch his back, because dudes like that, you don't mess around with the McMahon family and think you can get away with it. Roman Reigns is in big trouble, and they're going to throw everything they can at Roman Reigns to make sure he doesn't hold that belt for a long time. I'm telling you, it's going to be totally it's going to be insane. It's going to be intense, insane. It's going to be awesome. It's really going to be awesome. But Roman Reigns is the new champion. He didn't win it at TLC, but he won it on Monday Night Raw, which was awesome because everybody got to see it. Not the only people that paid for pay-per-view, everybody got to see Roman Reigns beat Sheamus with the spear and win the WWE title. Awesome. All right, dudes. I'm out of it now. I'm out of breath completely. My throat is going. I can feel it starting to go where I'm actually getting intensely hyped, excited right now still. I literally just finished watching Raw. That's why I thought I'd come up here and talk to you guys about it. It was totally awesome. But okay, dudes. We will see you guys in the next episodes of Let's Talk WWE. Hell yeah, dudes.